Yo, look who it
Yo, what is
is.
up? We are back and better. Back and better,
Back and
literally.
better. Now both of us
Back and
got the
better.
quality mics. Shit's going litty.
And
And
that's
yeah,
it. No one can talk shit about our microphone anymore. No one can say, oh, you have quality content, but your audio shit. Well, now my audio and my content is good. Anyway,
hey,
so
let's go.
what's up, everybody? Nah, thank you all for coming back day in, day out. Finally upgraded our microphones. We're so fucking glad about that because, like doing the clips and stuff, it's like our audio was always so fucked up. We had to like try fix it in the video
100%.
editing software. Don't have to do that anymore, but let's just get right into it, bro.
So, guys, today's episode, we are talking quality versus quantity when it comes to social media. And I know a lot of you guys are always posting every like 10 months, every 2 years, because you're
Eh,
so worried that you're not going to get the likes, this, that. And
Max.
that just messes up your whole algorithm.
For sure. And like, bro, like I posted this on LinkedIn today.
Yeah.
I said it's a century-old debate, but it shouldn't have even been debated anymore because it is so certain now.
Yeah.
The way social media is that quantitative content is always better than qualitative content. Like
Definitely.
quality is good, but the quantity is just so important. And bro, the math just adds up, right? The more videos you put out, the more people that it's gonna reach, the more people that are gonna end up seeing your videos because it's appearing in more people's news feeds.
100%, bro. Like, when you're posting a lot, the algorithm works more towards you in your favor.
That's right.
Because when the platform sees that you're posting, you keep posting a lot, then they're gonna be like, oh, this person is good for us because this person is what's gonna keep this app going on forward, right?
Yeah.
So that's why they favor the people that post a lot and put them in front of everyone on like Instagram Explore page, whether if it's on your Snapchat feed, when you know how you have the spotlight now,
Yeah,
YouTube
yeah,
Shorts, put you at the front of everyone. That's how it be, bro.
yeah, for sure. And it's like, bro, if you think about it from like a business perspective, like
Yeah.
all these social media platforms are competing with other platforms, right?
Mhm.
So it's like they're gonna promote the people that do the most more than the people that do less because
100%.
the people that are doing the most are that's essentially free promotion of YouTube. The more videos you post, that's your free promotion of YouTube. The more Instagram reels you post, that's free promotion of Instagram against TikTok, which
Mhm.
is a massive rivalry, right? Like
Yeah.
Instagram is trying so hard to get to the level that TikTok is at right now. And I think people need to understand that and take advantage of that they're desperate and they're going to be promoting the content creators that are doing the most for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and even like YouTube jumped into it with the YouTube Shorts and shit like that. So
Exactly.
so like take advantage of these new things. Like don't be worried so much about the level of quality that you're sharing. Just if the shit that you're posting provides value and gives people what they want, then just keep posting it. Like it doesn't have to be like, all right, even if you're like an Instagram model, just post a photo of
Mm.
you like maybe like once a day or like a
Yeah,
video,
for
this
sure.
that, you know what I mean? Like that shit goes a long way.
And it's just like, bro, the nature of social media,
Mm.
right? It actually rewards those who are subjective with their quality. What I mean by that is those who understand that the quality of the content is on the basis of what the market decides, not what they decide.
Yeah.
What you might not think is funny, your 50th follower
Mm.
might think it's funny and share it. And then his 50th follower might think it's funny and share it. That's the nature of like, yes, there are right and wrong marketing schemes, but you can't know until you try it. You can't know until you fully push it forward and give it a try. Like we said, you don't find your passion until you experiment. Where did we learn that from? Social media. You can't
Exactly.
find what works for your followers. You can't find what works for your consumers until you try. Like, example,
Mm.
we came out with headphone quality mics. They were obviously not the best.
Yeah.
We listen to the consumers. We go and buy these like studio quality heads, microphones, right?
Mhm.
And it's like that's the type of level of understanding that you need to have with your consumer. Why are they interested into your product, right?
Mhm.
It's like if you can figure that out, then you could always just post heaps of content around a certain like area, right?
Definitely.
Of
Yeah.
your niche. And then like it like the quality matters, but it doesn't matter as much as the fact that you're showing up.
Mm.
And showing up, bro, it's just so important. Like,
Yeah, 100%. Like being there for your audience, because when people start following you, then they're not. gonna keep following you if they don't see you being active.
For
Like
sure.
I've seen it with our own Instagrams. Like
Mm,
on my main one, when I wasn't active for like 3 years, I
mm,
lost I lost over like 6k followers, no cap. 6k
for sure.
followers, bro. Went from like
Yeah.
20 something k to like 13k. And
Yeah.
and even with the business Instagram, when we're not posting for like a week or two, I see the followers drop a bit. Because that's
100%.
how it is. Because people want value, and if they don't see you providing it, that's when they stop following you. So you gotta just
Well,
keep posting. That's what I'm gonna say.
for sure. And like, bro, don't you remember we used to do like little mini interviews on Clubhouse? We used to
Yeah.
do like moderation and stuff. And man, the craziest thing is that every single influencer we spoke to, even Carol Baskin, you remember Carol
Yeah, Karen
Baskin?
Baskin.
How we
Yeah,
did an interview with her a little bit. It was like a
yeah,
mini interview. Like all of them said the same thing. We said, like you post content daily. What when times were tough,
yeah.
when you weren't getting the following that you wanted, when you weren't getting the viewers that you wanted, what changed it all for you and pushed you to keep going? And they said that we wanted to show up.
Mm.
No matter how we felt, no matter how the quality of the content we posted, we wanted to show up. We wanted to show our consumers that we cared. And let me tell you something, bro.
Yeah,
Think of like, and I always use Mac as an example, bro. I need to come up. Think of your local milk bar.
yeah,
Every single day you go there and they have your favorite chocolate bar, right?
yeah.
And like you've been going there for a few months now, and
Mm.
you know that the chocolate bar is always going to be there. Are
Yeah.
you ever going to change to a different milk bar if you know that one's going to always be there? Never,
It's always
right?
there
Never.
now. Yeah.
Why would you? But if
Mm.
you went one day, like let's say even 3 days of that month, and you realize
Yeah.
that the chocolate wasn't there, would you not start looking? Like let's just
course.
say like you're a
Of
fucking
course.
obsession with chocolate, because I have that.
Yeah.
Let's just say like that one time, those 3 times, you're like, all right, you know
Yeah.
what if they just stop providing in general? Where am I going to go get that value from? So you
Mm.
start to outsource and look for other like milk bars and stuff. It's the same with
100%.
Instagram. It's one of the best advice I got on social media is when you're looking for followers, think of it like a party, right? Like a birthday party.
Mm.
Why would people want to come to your birthday party as opposed to someone else's? What's so good about your birthday party? And when I
100%.
was like first studying social media, that clicked with me. Like I completely understood it.
And you know, like who's a good example with this? I was just looking up on
Yeah,
my phone. These
yeah,
guys on TikTok, his name is Tiags. He made the
yeah,
ooh my heart went oops, you know that one?
yeah.
Yeah. That's the song that he made, and then that went viral. And what he did is he didn't post every once in a week because he thought, oh, let me perfect this video, then I'll post it. Now
Yeah.
he'd just randomly be sitting in his bed, filming with his sound playing in the background, right?
Mm,
So he was
mm,
putting out like quantity over quality. And then
for
when
sure.
he's posting like 6 to 8 videos on TikTok a day, 1 to 2 of those would go viral. One would get 1 million, the
100%.
other one would get like 600k views. And that's how he built his platform. And right now, he's at 4.2 million followers and
Yeah.
87.5 million likes. This guy
Right.
went from putting out quantity amount of videos, yeah, that
Yeah.
weren't even
Quantitative.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, that weren't even like that, like what I said, what's that word? That
That like
weren't
high
quality, yeah,
quality,
they weren't
high
high quality.
production type of thing.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was literally
Yeah.
just like sitting down, videoing with the sound playing,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and now this year he was performing at Rolling Loud. So this is what I mean.
Yeah.
People
100%.
want to see you. People want to see your content. They don't care about the. Obviously, look, we're not sitting here and saying quality doesn't matter. It does, but make sure like you're putting out more than you like. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, no, we're saying we're not saying quality doesn't matter.
yeah,
We're saying quality is important,
Mm.
but showing up is way more important. Way
Exactly.
more. Like the ability to post consistently and make your page a consistent source of value for everyone who comes to it is way more important than the quality
Yeah.
you're posting. Let me tell you something.
yeah,
There are times for Gary Vee where he has to make a video on his iPhone because D-Rock didn't wake up, right?
Yeah.
You know, D-Rock is
yeah,
cat. Do you think people are gonna not watch the video? No, they're gonna fucking watch the video. It's Gary Vee, bro.
100%,
If you miss 1 second of that video, that's 1 point of value you've missed forever, right?
Yeah.
It's like you want to get to that point where the value that you're providing is so important that people just want you to keep coming and coming and coming and coming with that value, that they don't actually care about the quality. Like they care, but it's not as important as you showing up.
Yeah, and Gary Vee always talks about it. He says like,
Mm.
you gotta put shit out. People
sure.
want to see things. People want to see you. Like if you're not putting out the content that you're making, then just why are you making it in the first place? You know what I mean?
For sure.
You can't always like just like remember a few episodes ago I gave an example, and
Yeah.
for the people that didn't know, I'll say it again. College students were separated in two groups. It was a photography class.
Right.
The professor said to them, to one group, I need you to make quality photos, and the other group he told them, I need you to get me quantity, like a lot.
I remember that. Yeah.
So the group with the quality, with the quantity, the ones who were meant to come back with a lot of photos, that group ended up having more better photos than the quality group, because the
Yeah. For
quality
sure.
focused on little things for too long. So it's like practice makes perfect. So if you're putting out a lot of shit, you're gonna start making better shit. You know what I mean?
For sure. And like if you're comparing two different industries, social media, like I said, and I've always said this, it's a different ball game. It's literally like
Mm.
sport in the fact that you can't you can't know social media until you try it. You just can't.
Yeah.
You could read 1,000 books on social media. Like people argue this is for everything in the world. I don't know if I agree, but I do agree with social media. People could read 1,000 books about social media, but until you create your own content and you truly know what your consumers are actually going to be giving you and what they're going to respond to it, then you can't know. Like you just can't
Yeah.
know. You can't. It has to be
100%.
through experience.
100%. Like we see it because we're doing it,
Mm.
and
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, and I'm pretty sure like if people out there, right, if they go through their accounts and see their followers, and if they haven't posted in a while, they know that their followers have been dropping.
For
You know
sure.
what I mean? And
Yeah, like they have to be.
yeah,
Yeah.
and like just try it out. Try putting out quantity. See how it is. Like, but like, look, let me state something as well. By quantity, we're not saying go flood out your platforms.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we're saying post maybe once a day, 3 times a day. Don't go putting 100 freaking posts in one day. No, it's not. It
Yeah.
doesn't work like
Sometimes
that. You know what I mean?
Sometimes you could flood your consumer. Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
different for each platform, you know, like can't give generalized. For example, on TikTok, sometimes 4 TikToks a day will help.
Mm.
Sometimes it won't. On Instagram, sometimes a reel a week
Yeah.
helps. Sometimes a reel daily helps. It really depends. The algorithm treats every account differently based on the history that you have with the platform, right?
Yeah.
And I think people that misinterpret that and kind of go on the safe side and only post qualitative, imagine the amount of reach that they're missing compared to their competitors who are
Definitely.
maybe not putting out like the highest production
Yeah.
of posts, but they're still posting and they're still making sure that the value is there, so that when your business is not providing that value, then your competitors are, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're giving up that reach and you're giving up that ability to succeed in your business, and people just undermine it. You know, people like it's because of the reason why it's hard to understand. It's because of the nature of different industries, right?
Mm.
If we're looking about different industries, it's like sometimes quality is actually better, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
In other industries, like for example, if you're producing a product
Mm.
in a factory, I think the quality of the product is going to be very important. No one cares
Yeah.
if you're going to make a fucking no one cares if you're going to make 50 Rode mics if 49 of them aren't working. No one gives a
100%.
fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's different in that industry, and I understand.
Mm.
But social media is a different platform. Social media is subjective.
Yeah.
I can't teach you the objective truths of social media because it's something you have to experience for yourself.
And
You know? And yeah,
and Vanessa here, she said something
yeah,
right. She said it's about consistency with your followers.
exactly.
And yeah, and she's right. Like yeah, she also said it would depend on the industry as well. And that's exactly right. Yeah.
For sure. And you know, like think about it from a practical perspective. Let's take Vanessa for an example, right?
Yeah.
Every day, let's just say posting every day is the same as taking bookings every day. She
Mm.
makes bookings with the client every single day,
Yeah.
right? And then one day, I don't know, one speaker of hers blows out, but she still has every other speaker, and you could barely hear it, but it's one speaker, right? It's blown
Yeah.
out, right?
Yeah.
And then she calls them and says, you know what, I can't do it. Like
Yeah.
I can't do it. Like your book daily,
Mm.
right? Like
Yeah.
they're coming to you for value daily.
Mm.
And it's like that's the practical sense of it. That you have to make that sacrifice of your ego. Like it almost is an ego. I feel like when I'm making posts and I'm saying, you know, like it needs to be 100%. It needs to be
100%, definitely.
this extent. That's our ego. That's our perfectionism coming in. But perfectionist kills just as much as it helps. That's the way I see it.
She also said, it's something you have to learn. You always gotta have something to give to your followers, whether it's
100%.
uploading a product extra. I did a birthday party with one speaker because one shortened out.
Exactly. That's
So yeah,
exactly it, right?
mm,
Like she didn't cancel
no,
because people will see it through as well. You know, like I said, and I've like said this on so many podcasts because people don't understand this to like the fullest extent, right? You know, when you understand something and then you're like, oh yeah, that's cool, but then you do it and you're like, oh, okay, I get what that means. That's how I feel every time, bro. I'm running social media and I'm hearing Gary Vee. That's like how I feel because every day the stuff that he says applies more. But
mm,
people want to see you post daily because they want to see your journey. They
exactly.
want to see how you struggle through the days that you don't want to post.
Mm,
You know, they want to understand and relate. When you don't become relatable to your consumer anymore, then you're no longer their first point of interest because they feel like you're at a different level of them, and therefore you're not going to provide value anymore. You know,
exactly.
when we speak on this podcast, are we speaking like the same way a teacher would speak to their students? No, we're speaking on a small business eye level. We're looking you directly in the eye. We're saying we're at the same level as you, and we want to help you, right?
Mm,
Whereas in people sometimes when they talk down on people,
yeah.
right? And it's like, and it's because of they believe the quality of their content is so good that they don't need to take feedback or whatever. Anyway, yep, Vanessa's spoken.
She said I offered them. I'm like, I've only got one speaker working at the moment, been trying to troubleshoot it. Did you still want me to play for you? I asked them and even offered a refund if I was not going to play. She did. That's
That's
the
it.
right play. Yeah, that's all it's about.
That's the right play.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think the fact that you said you did it, which means they accepted it because they felt relatable to your situation. They're like, you know, like she's having a rough day, but the fact she went out and she still did it,
Mm,
it matters. And taking it back to social media, the days that you don't want to post, those are the days that your consumers will thank you for posting. Those are the days that the consumers will understand that you're committed to this. It's no longer a job or a obligation. It's the fact that you love your people and you want to be there for them. You know how important is being there for someone in a normal sense, like relationships in
100%.
general. How important is it for your girlfriend to be there for you? It's literally the exact same with a consumer and a supplier standpoint.
Yeah.
It's so important that the supplier is there because, like, in logistics
Mm,
and practical senses, again, if your supplier is lacking, isn't that scary for you that the fact that they could be lacking in the future as well, you lose
exactly.
that trust that you had for them?
And also, like, touching onto that, like,
Mm,
mental health also is a big thing in like today's society. So
for sure.
if one day you're not like you're not in the right state of mind and you don't want to make a post, you literally just go on your phone, make a story, and like explaining how you're feeling today to your
100%.
to your like followers, to your audience, to your consumers, and that's the shit that like I don't want to put it like a negative thing on it. Like
Yeah.
some people will take this as a negative, right? But that's a kind of videos that will make your audience stick with you because you're showing them
100%.
your true self. And a lot of people, like I see I'm not gonna say I see, but a lot of businesses would use that tactic as a sale point, yeah.
Mm, mm, mm.
But I'm saying like you can be real and do that shit. Like I'm not saying,
100%.
yeah,
And no, you have a good
yeah,
point because the market is people always say the market's so saturated. Where do I fit in? The market's so you fit in with authenticity.
yeah,
Consumers can read authenticity from a mile away now,
100%.
because we've gotten to this point in social media where everyone claims they can make your business $1 million business,
Mm,
where everyone claims that they're the social media gurus of the world, right?
yeah,
So how do you find the people that are right? You find the people that show you the journey. You
mm,
find the people that stay there with you through every step of the way. You find the people that have 500 viewers on their Instagram page, but they still message back to every single person, like what
mm,
Brendan did when he first started Teddy Cream,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's like it's that level of commitment to your consumers that is so important. And yeah, like people might use it as sales point, but people could see that through. How long can you fake authenticity? You can't. You
exactly.
can't. No one could fake the level of authenticity Gary Vee is at. He says fuck in a business meeting.
Mm,
No one can fake that shit. You
mm.
can't. You really
He's
can't, bro.
authentic. He's being himself, and
He's being himself.
just letting everyone know come to an end. We're cutting it short today,
Yeah,
but
we
trust
got
me,
some.
we have a lot of good things coming soon. Mark, do you have anything else you wanted to say?
Bro, you've left me hanging right now. Nah, but for real, guys, stay tuned. I think it's tomorrow, right? Let me just make sure really quick. Is that tomorrow?
It's in Thursday, 2 more days.
Oh, Thursday. Thursday. On Thursday at 8:30 p.m., we have a special guest. Not gonna drop her name yet, but she's an upcoming singer. Make sure you stay and make sure you watch that. We're gonna be live tomorrow night as well, and we're gonna be introducing something special tomorrow. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Sorry about the short podcast. Have some things to attend to, but we're here every single day, and we have a lot of upcoming guests coming up.
Yeah, and that's it, guys. So it's been great. Make sure to go check our Twitch. Follow that shit because we're gonna have episodes mainly on Twitch on some days. So we want you guys to know where to be, where and shit like that, so you're notified when we go live. And that's all
Exactly.
from me today, guys.
Thank you so much. Thanks for the views. Thanks for the love. Hope you guys like our new mics. Hit us up in our DMs if you have any criticism. Love you all.